Let's talk oil prices. Okay, how does oil work? Well, first thing we got to talk is OPEC. OPEC is an organization that is a cartel. They control the production of oil in a bunch of third world countries, some of which are also among the richest countries in the world. These countries like Saudi Arabia, I believe Pakistan, Venezuela, Bahrain, Oman, stuff like that, they're able to adjust the production of oil in their countries and raise or lower the prices as they see fit. In the U.S., we produce mostly sweet light crude, which means it has low sulfur content and it's thin, it's runny. You think of it like motor oil. All right? Where Venezuela produces heavy sour. So you're talking high sulfur content crude oil, which is very tar-like. All right. The majority of the refineries in the United States are set up to run on heavy sour because that is what we expected would be all that's left because of the theories that people had as far as oil production going down, peak oil, population bubbles. There's a lot of stuff in the 60s and 70s that people really thought that we were going to experience a population boom, that we wouldn't be able to feed everybody and there'd be mass famine. I believe the book was called The Population Bomb, and then also check out the theory of peak oil. We've proved peak oil wrong because we found more oil than we had back then. And there's still more oil we're finding every day. So U.S. shale is a more recent development, and we're exporting the majority of that. So, but we still blend it to refine it. So it's like a 70-30 mixture of heavy sour, 70%, 30% sweet light for the refinery to work at its best. And we produce all your different petroleum products out of that. That being said, we export the majority of what we produce to other countries to refine. We import the crap that everyone else doesn't want, essentially. And then, once you're talking about the import and start refining, the U.S. has summer and winter blends. We are coming up on the end of winter. Refineries are starting to tone down their production so they can switch to their summer blends. And if the economy comes back a little bit more, they're going to expect more people driving. Hence, they're going to want more gas for summer blends. And then you talk about California, who has 5 or more different blends, and you've got all kinds of craziness. The dollar, which all oil is traded in outside of a few places like Russia, where they sell oil below the market price because of sanctions. The problem with the dollar is we have too many dollars in circulation. So you have a lot of dollars chasing after a little bit of product. I'm not saying oil is scarce, but the production is controlled. So what that does is it increases the price. Yes, oil is $70 a barrel as of February 13th. But the buying power of the dollars went down. And you got to think about, okay, the Kuwaiti dinar is worth more than $3 US. The euro is like, I don't know, $1.19. The British pound is like $1.24. But the dinar for Bahrain is like $2.50 or something. Ridiculous. But yeah, Kuwaiti dinar, Bahrain, I can't think of the other one, but there's like 3. The top 4 are all Middle Eastern countries: Jordan, Kuwait, Bahrain, and I want to say Oman, but that's not right because that's the capital of Jordan. So I got to think about which one it was. Number 5 is the British pound. But all these all these foreign currencies, they have to buy US dollars to trade oil. So we could corner the market. That's where BRICS comes in. BRICS is going to try and undershoot the dollar as the reserve currency, but what currency are they going to use? The Russian ruble is in disaster. Before that, I mean, South Africa, it's like 50 cents, or no, correction, it is 5 cents on the dollar. It's garbage. China, their currency's, but a few sanctions and they're destroyed. It would hurt because everything we have is produced in China, but it is what it is. So now let's think about, okay, how much does it cost in fuel to transport gas to the gas station? Okay, if gas prices are high, everything in your grocery store, gas station, everywhere you go, is going to cost more. So it's a weird thing how it takes forever for prices to go down, but they'll shoot up overnight. Yeah. It's a market. When they're dealing, they look at the futures for prices, what they're going to be. So prices are always going to be on the high side because it's supply and demand. You have to change the supply-demand ratio before you have the prices adjust. And soon enough, they'll be reduced priced eggs at Walmart if they don't throw them all away. That's another one they do. Is, hey, you want to talk about why groceries are expensive? We have one sick bird at our farm that has 3 million birds. Well, we got to kill all the birds. So guess what? Now your chicken and your egg prices are astronomical. The USDA wages war on beef, on cattle ranchers, and beef prices go through the roof. I can't wait for USDA to get their clocks cleaned and we can get some food prices pushed back down. But back to oil. If it costs fuel prices to transport it, because we can't have pipelines. Remember, Democrats hate pipelines. Biden went out of his way to shut down Keystone real quick. And guess where Keystone started? In Canada. We were going to be buying Canadian oil. I mean, they were transporting it essentially to a port, but we were going to be buying oil off that pipeline to refine and run it into our economy. Those were U.S. jobs. Pipe fitters, welders, people who are assembling that pipeline. That was, that's a major economic boom. I would go out so far as to say that probably killed our economy more. And you're going to see it now. Pardon all the racket from the bridge. But you're going to see it because now they're going to start using the whole, the economy's so bad under Trump, there's 24% unemployment. No. Trump is recovering from what Biden did. And I can't wait to see the growth that we have over the next year. And then measure it with what we had, the stagnant or even lower, jobs under Biden.